District Attorney Nathan Hochman has denied any bias against the Menendez brothers or their family and says he has actually spent more time with them than any DA has in the past 3 decades. Nathan Hochman joins us now. Thanks for being here. I know this motion to have you kicked off the case wasn't a surprise, but what's your reaction to it nonetheless?
So here's our reaction. You know, the current district attorney's position is that it's, as far as resentencing goes, the question is not no, but not yet. In other words, we're not saying that the Menendez brothers could never qualify for resentencing. It's just at this point where they have not completely accepted full responsibility for their actions, their cover-ups, their deceits, their lies. Their self-defense that has been shown to be factually impossible at the time of trial. The fact that they persisted in that lie, in the lie that their father violently raped one of Lyle Menendez's girlfriends, the fact that they lied about their mother trying to poison them. All these lies came out at trial. Many of them were actually testified to. And at no point in the last 30 years have they said that, look, we basically have lied. We've engaged in this conduct and we're ready for resentencing. So with respect to the Menendez family, I met with them for over 3 hours. I'm the first DA ever to personally meet with them for over, at any time, much less 3 hours. And I listened to all that they had to say. They were very passionate. They wanted the Menendez brothers out, and I received that message loud and clear. But then I looked at all the facts in the law, which is my duty. I basically looked at tens of thousands of pages of transcripts, hundreds of hours of video, all the legal argument. I spoke to prosecutors, defense counsel, and whatnot, and took a position that is not yet for resentencing, which is the opposite of where the Menendez family wants me to end up. So instead of going to the judge and explain to the judge why the facts and the law are different, the way they think the facts and the law justify resentencing, they've decided to attack me personally. And again, there's an old saying, Elizabeth, that if you can't pound the facts, pound the law. And if you can't pound the law, pound the facts. And if you can't pound the facts and the law, pound the prosecutor. And that is basically where the defense counsel is at. It's a desperate move to get away from the facts and the law of resentencing and just attack me in a meritless and baseless way.
Tamara Goodell said, because I raised the point with her, that you have asked that the brothers publicly apologize for the lies that they told during those trials and in the months and years leading up to those 2 trials. She said they've come clean with us privately. They've apologized privately. Is that enough? I mean, you want them to do this publicly. Saying, I'm sorry I lied is not enough privately.
See, the standard for rehabilitation is, one of the factors for rehabilitation is, has someone shown complete insight into their actions? In fact, it was the main reason why Governor Gavin Newsom denied parole to Sirhan, the killer of Robert F. Kennedy, because notwithstanding the fact that he had a lot of pro-parole factors in his favor, the governor said he had not shown full insight into his actions and do it in a public way. So if the Menendez brothers have no issue privately accepting full and complete responsibility for all the lies that they've told, they certainly can do it publicly so that both the judge in this case will make the final decision and see that they've unequivocally and sincerely come to grips and come clean with all these lies, and now are in a position to be resentenced.
The family says that if the judge doesn't disqualify you, that they'll still go on, and then their attorney, Mark Garagos, will seek a hearing trying to show what he calls a conflict of interest. They say you attended a rally where people were anti-release of the Menendez brothers. But if there is this hearing about a conflict of interest, will you be called to testify in that?
I don't know about whether I'd be called to testify, but let me for a moment deal with one of these facts. The rally that I attended was a rally held by a group called Justice for Murdered Children. It was a rally of parents who have suffered sons and daughters who've been murdered.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.